And before I have the big pleasure to introduce Marko Pogacnik tonight, I would like to invite us to a few moments of silence, just to arrive here together more fully, to allow the energies to settle, and maybe also to open the space to all the unseen dimensions and beings that are part of us, this place, this space, in our community. So just a few moments in silence. Thank you. So, very warm welcome to all of you again. So delighted to see you all here. Thank you for joining us. And it's really a big pleasure for me to introduce Marko Pogacnik tonight. So from my perspective, he's someone who really represents one of the core aspects of this community here. The relationship and communication with the unseen dimensions and beings. And throughout his life, he has truly led many, many people into a more intimate experience and relationship with these unseen dimensions. And I think it's not wrong to say that he dedicated his life to contributing to the development of a culture that is more in tune with the essence of our home planet, with Gaia and her creative processes. And it has definitely inspired me a lot, and I know of many other people. He was born in 1944. 1944, that's a life well lived, in what is now Slovenia. Yeah. So, former Yugoslavia. I have a Spickzettel in German, we say, so I don't forget what I want to say. So in the 70s, he co-founded a community in former Yugoslavia, which was at that time a sister community to Findhorn. So there was a lot of collaboration happening around many projects. And from 1993 to around 2010 or so, he really used to come every year here to Findhorn to offer workshops, to explore the Findhorn Sacred Landscape Temple here with people joining him in these workshops. As an artist, he has developed an earth healing method called earth acupuncture, and also a way of, or a method of communicating and like a language to communicate with the elemental forms of consciousness, our planet, which he calls Gaia Touch. And he has written 30 books, translated in 13 languages, and also was UNESCO Artist for Peace and United Nations Goodwill Ambassador for about 6 years until recently. And in that role, he developed a series of workshops, peace workshops, that he offered to countries all around the world. And we are very happy to have him here in Findhorn this weekend because a group of 30 people is learning with him, being inspired by him. And I'm also very happy that he offered to hold these talks here for the community. So welcome, Marko.
Thank you, Ilona. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It is such a joy to come to Findhorn again and again. It is like my home. This was my university. In the 70s, when we started to come and to connect, and people from here coming to our campus community, we were. It was a communistic country, and we had no idea about anything spiritual, especially not in nature. And I came 71 with my wife and first 2 children directly to the talk of David Spangler about the Christ. And it was a world I didn't understand anything. It was completely a new world. And so I'm very grateful. I am like student of Findhorn. In effect, our whole group. It is a tradition that when I come here for workshop, I also speak something about what is going on with the Earth and its worlds. This is because I choose this work that is called geomancy, or I do it as kind of earth healing. So I'm permanently in very close contact with places and their problems, and also what is going on. So I try to follow the transformations since 1998, when I realized that the Earth started a cycle of change. I think it was already before, maybe two millennia before. But this was the moment when the changes came out into to the manifested levels. So it was first time possible to feel that the Earth has changed her way of her path of evolution. And since then, when I have the opportunity or being invited, I try to talk about this, because I think it is very important for us to tune. This is the path of the Earth towards future. It is possible to understand that the space, the reality that we are living in has no possibility of further development. There is not, the flowers cannot be more beautiful than they are. and yeah, so on. So this is one side. The other side is that our civilization is trying to deeper and deeper to occupy the earth. There is, with the more and more sophisticated technologies, we start to take over what is task of the earth, to sustain life. We think we can, and like the artificial intelligence and so many things worked in this direction just to take us from the earth and like self-sustainable, but without any relationship, lost relationships with life. And in a way, this is a reaction that Gaia started to perform. But this is only one aspect. More important is that, as I said, there is not possible to make flowers more beautiful, but this, what happens, like the flowers, mountains and oceans, this more and more happens in the framework of human anthropocentric way of thinking and perceiving. And this is maybe more dangerous way how the life is taken away from the earth. The elemental world complains that we humans have created such a strong thought forms, for example, that does not allow subtle realities to appear on the manifested level. They had to be out, even if they take care that life is possible. And this narrowing the space is part of this reason why it is not possible for Gaia to continue at the level where now the life is going. I must have a sip of water. This is... But my idea was not now to linearly say this and then the next change. And it is a constant process of change that is going on. Maybe I start with the last big change, about 2 years ago. About 2 years ago, I realized that the Earth is starting to build a new sphere that I know, that I call love sphere, or in Greek, philosphere. Philein means in Greek to love. Now we start with more dimensionality. The Earth has already several spheres. So it is the stone sphere, for example, or the atmosphere, hydrosphere, watery sphere, noosphere, the sphere of consciousness. The Earth is complete with all nature, all beings, one complete consciousness, Gaia consciousness. But now something new comes that that is in tune with a basic change, I believe, in the universe. And this is that from the hierarchical structures, we are all moving towards horizontal, where the relationships on the level of the heart. With the heart, I mean also the elemental heart. The elemental heart is the heart of nature, that we all who are part of nature, we share a common heart. So it is not only a human affair. It is something that is basic for Gaia. This is the relationships that are on the level of loving each other, like mountains loving each other, and lakes and trees. And I was so amazed when this started to appear. And I thought before, oh, of course, trees as elemental beings, they have a relationship and so. But then I realized, no, these are not simply energetic relationships, but they are, they love each other. All phenomena in nature. Maybe human beings are more problematic, but and this I relate to what we knew as paradise. That there was already a time when the love sphere of the earth existed or was manifest. This is why the ancient myths of the paradise, in a symbolic way, they are telling that the lion and the sheep, they had peace among themselves. But this is all, this is a symbolic language. But in effect, I experience now when this sphere again starts to build up, that this is a kind of fantastic, loving consciousness that knows how to move all beings and elements of life in such a way that we don't bump in each other. But not in a romantic sense, but so that each unit of life matrix of the earth finds its own place in each moment, because all is now. And in next moment it can be different, but it is like there are paths. I think theoretically we know that love is something, a practical thing, not just romantic. But now it starts to be obvious that in the conditions of that are on the manifested level in the earth, it is like a healing. It is incredible healing impulse that changes the whole structure of relationships. I think this sphere was, as I said, it was already in a distant past, before we human beings started to go in the direction of being more individual, and this is all right, we need it. But I think it is we can see all around us that it doesn't lead nowhere the way how we are. It was very obvious 2 or 3 months after I noticed that this fear starts to be built up. The war in Ukraine started without real reason. War is going on between Slavic nations. And I think that there is a strong opposition or fear that this civilization has developed a strong fear of that Gaia takes the development in her own hands. And we are invited to follow, to support. May I ask you for a moment of silence? Okay, thank you. This was preceding with another such step, maybe two years before, when, or how much, 3 years ago, with the COVID, it is the COVID era, started already a step. In generally, I see that what was going like more underground, the big changes are starting to become more present in the manifested world. And this first step in this direction was that I noticed that in different places, and I worked then with group on these places, the seeds appeared like embryo, seeds of a new earth, a new. This sounds hollow, but there is a new space structure. I speak about more since ages, about more dimensional Earth, that the Earth starts to open portals to different spheres of her existence. If we could say, the Earth is like a house with many rooms, and now these rooms were separate. Now the doors start to be open between them, and then the COVID started. Again, I don't know if I'm able to, in this situation, to tell you better what I feel. And this is that human beings, we have a certain deeply infused ideas what reality is, and this has less and less to do with life. The basic experience that I had when all this started is that we are in a space that we have created. It is not anymore the space of reality. The reality is being built up besides. While we as a civilization, we are more and more, with the help of rational sciences, we are more and more building artificial space and time structure, but life goes another way. I think this has to do with the change in cosmic cycles that I was already today speaking to the group about this, that the hierarchical way how the space also cosmically was structured does not work anymore. There develops a new kind of relationship on all levels that is horizontal, and the appearance of the love sphere is part of this process. Not to be the reality is not anymore mentally structured, but yeah. But parallel with this change, also I notice within myself that the heart system, like the heart center, the physical, the heart muscle, they are not anymore enough. That there is a similar process within the human being. That new elements of the heart center appeared, especially the heart center on the right side of the chest, which has to do with something that I call common heart of humanity, that each one of us, being on this side or the other side, of reality, takes part in holographic pieces of a common heart, so that there is a new humanity appearing, which there is not division between those who are embodied and those who are in the soul form. But we start to be not humanity just on this side as it was thought, but we start to be one humanity that is at the same time in two different dimensions. And the doors open to the exchange between them. There is something not going well. I'm sorry. I don't know where at one point I didn't take you with me. Shall we sound for a moment together? We need some kind of attunement. I didn't come to tell you these mental things, but shall we tune for a moment? Okay. Did you understand? I was telling you again the whole story. I think the problem is in ecology. Ecology is a very dangerous thing. Ecology is a daughter of science, and the way of ecology is in advance limited to what is the scientific paradigm. This is only what you can touch, only what you can logically explain, and so on. This is the only reality. And this is deadly, because Gaia has less and less possibility to sustain life, because the elemental beings are out, devas are out, dragons are out, giants are out, all her basic tools. Giants are those beings that hold the space, and dragons are those beings and powers that move life as basic. It is atomic power. In modern language, this would be atomic power, the power that is in each atom, which is so strong that, you know, from Chernobyl or Fukushima, or from atomic bombs, in one atom. And all this is not out, but translated to the logical level, so to say, robbed, constantly robbed. Not just we are robbing her treasures like oil or metals and so on, but we are robbing her basic tools of creation. On one side, we, as a civilization, we take it out, throw it out, it does not exist, esoteric, all this. And on the other side, we take it in a way that is foreign to all beings. At the beginning of the 80s, we tried with William Bloom to change this. It was, William said to me, look, now the green movement starts in Great Britain. We must do something that this part of knowledge comes in. So we wrote a book, a little book, Ley Lines and Ecology, to explain that there is no life without the dragon lines that are basic for life, and this must go in, but we didn't succeed. We didn't succeed because it is like a curse that the science was infused in the relationship of humanity to the nature and its being. And it is fantastic how this civilization takes care, at least in wealthy countries, for ecological things. But this is on the other side killing life. No, it is not. This is not Findhorn. I know Findhorn as the moment in the history where it was possible to show that you know, big cabbages and these things, that it is possible through communication with those beings and forces that work from the causal level, life to appear on the manifested, on the physical level. Communicated with them, it is possible to create a planet of abundance. Science is claiming this, and ecology tries to support this, but it doesn't work. It is not possible without excluding the sources of life and translating them into mechanical, anthropocentrical forms. We need to see how it is. I understand it is not possible again show big cabbages and look what is possible. this is gone, I understand. But it needs to go not a step back, but a step forward, and show that it is possible with communicating with all these different levels and dimensions. I work in 10-dimensional worldview. That it is possible to collaborate and to create a new civilization. This is the intent of this place, as I understand it, since 50 years. And not just in relationship to nature, but as what I call Gaia culture, a new culture that understands that Gaia is cosmic intelligence that develops a new universe. It is an autonomous universe that Gaia is developing with that inside all different tools, beings that are needed. A unique creation, which is Gaian creation, that all levels, also the highest spiritual levels, are manifest and collaborate. It is a unique possibility. We were speaking today about the elemental angels that once I did a drawing for the Findhorn press. They asked me, Angel of Findhorn, and it showed myself like having one leg, so to say, in heavens, and the other touching the earth. It is one of the aspects that what is above comes down, and what is like for us below, so comes up. So we are speaking of Gaia also as Sophia, there is a cosmic aspect of Gaia. There is the earthly, there is the Pan as masculine counterpart to Gaia. Gaia working from inside the planet, and Pan taking care for how the life orders at the surface. And also the same is on the cosmic level. So the Christ came to the earth and is in the earth now, and the feminine aspect of Christ that usually called Sophia is one aspect of Gaia, like Pan is one aspect of Christ. You know, these are huge changes going on, and we should come with this flow. The problem is that as a culture, we were educated inside this narrow capabilities of perception. Perception with the 5 senses. And through this kind of perception, non-real reality was more and more built up, and we are now in this box that we need to get out, because life goes past this box. And there is, I think, divine blessing that we are still alive. Even if we ignore the sources of life. We decided with William Bloom, after our community in Shempas and the Findhorn community and a group of people from United States, students of Buckminster Fuller, we organized the first World Congress of the New Age in Florence, 1978. Yeah, maybe some of you were also there. About 300 people gathered. And there we realized with William that the New Age is gone, because especially with Americans, it was obvious that there is no grounding, that it started to be what a few years before David Spangler wrote a book, Revelation, Birth of a New Age, if you remember. And few years later, this was a package that was not anymore grounded. It had no creative capacity. Like in my country, they would say, Marko, New Age, like this is nothing worse. And this is why we started with William, what I meant before. But he went then other ways, good ways. But I stayed with this, what we did the first years in the 80s, to explore how this, what was called geomancy in the past, how it is today, that the ley lines are not, as British people think, a relationship between three places, a lines, like mental lines. But this is the way how in this 10-meter or 8-meter broad streams, the dragon force goes everywhere in different directions to create a carrying, what carries, that carries the life and nourishes life. And from there, a new development of geomancy that we don't even want to call, because this, like this, I speak of geoculture, a new, or Gaia culture, a new, that is not anymore in the air, floating, like the New Age was at the time of that Congress, but that finds a proper embodiment. But then this didn't last more than 20 years. At the beginning of the new millennium, this changed. As I said before, it started, it was any more related to the earth that we knew, but started this new earth in the sense of a new, I compare this new constitution of the Earth with cluster form. So there are autonomous spheres of different beings, like humanity, those on this side and on that side of the threshold. We are such one sphere that I say that each human being carries a fractal, a holographic piece of its heart on our right side. And then she, you know, the fairy folk, they develop in another sphere. And there is this dragon sphere, angelic, all beings that belong to the earthly cosmos, they have their own autonomous evolution, and Gaia created proper space, like this sphere, for each one. But they intersect, and through these doors, interdimensional doors are being opened. And this is what makes a real possibility to communicate and to work together. Like if we as human beings would be in constant communication with those who are not incarnated right now, with the members of our soul families, and they could tell us, do it in that way, not like this, you know, because they all days on those sides they can always see the whole, and we see a certain small segment, always segment. And we get lost and start to do crazy things because this doesn't work. The communication and perceiving each other. This doesn't destroy the order what comes now into being, the cosmic order, but it is ordered in a different way, where each evolution has its own space, and yet there is collaboration and communication. But it is not possible to approach it through this three-dimensional, because this is fixed. It is absolutely hindering the flow. So this is what started with the new millennia, that not only it is important to, and this is where we find perfectly with Findhorn together, that it is not possible, as I said before, ignore the sources of life. We should explore them. We should start to make a relationship and collaborate. And this is gone because because Gaia started to develop a new Gaian universe that I am just telling about, where there are autonomous evolutions, like they are complementary. Like they decided, as you know, to make their evolution on the level of energies, the knowledge, studying the knowledge of Gaia, how she from atoms or from basic forces is able to translate them into life energies and then into manifested, embodied beings. You know? And we are studying how it's possible as souls, as spiritual beings, to be creative in material world. But the material world is now changing. It is not the material world that is as a framework excluding so many dimensions of life, but it becomes different in the sense that it is less material, it is more watery. Water comes forward. It is not New Atlantis, but it is the watery aspect. It gives possibility of movement. Now is the time when things must move and change. I thought that I know so much about this landscape. I had so many workshops with groups, and we were everywhere. And when I came here, I realized I don't know nothing. Everything has changed. And now I work day and night to cope with this and see what was before this is now that, something else. If you are not following this, there must be a point of such a difficult cut that the three cataclysms, the burning of the community center, burning of the sanctuary, and breakdown of foundation are coming. It is not possible to stay with this ecological idea when the universe is changing totally. And Findhorn was always the pioneering in this. It was always saying, pioneering, Findhorn is pioneering. Please, do that. At this moment, you are needed. We are, what is, am I too long? No. What I said, that everything changed, is not that what is essential doesn't give, is not there anymore. But in this movement, there is a movement like a big mandala, and Gaia and all her helpers are constantly working on this, changing basic structures, how the reality is. And I think we have the capacities to follow this. I didn't come here to teach somebody what to do. What I try just with the group to feel how things have changed. Because I believe that this can help also in this moment. I know that the moment, how the moment is like after this collapse of the foundation. So you are, so to say, you must do something. And I hope that if we recognize the changes that are in the landscape, in the places, so this can help, to support how to find a new way of development. Shall we?
I was just wondering.
1 hour is gone, huh?
If we open the space for questions, what do you think? Might be many. And also maybe mention the opportunity this Tuesday to come along for Community Day. Marko will or offers a day for the community on Tuesday from 10 to 3 o'clock. And you might want to come along. It's on gift economy basis to, I imagine, offer space to experience these changes.
About
Tuesday.
Yeah.
So maybe you want to say something about that as well, and then we open the space for questions.
I lost a flight. Was not possible. No, they canceled the flight, so I stay 1 day more as was intended. And I offer, this is Tuesday, I offer for those who are not in the workshop, maybe also those who are, because after tomorrow maybe something different already. So I offer that I can show you what we have found as this basic change on places just here, related to the lagoon, not bay. This is not bay. This is absolutely wrong. This is a lagoon. You must use the word lagoon, because lagoon is the place where the salty water of the ocean and the sweet water of Findhorn rivers merge. This is lagoon. This is not a bay. It has always one door, or maybe like in Venice, there are 2 doors, Venice Lagoon, where salty water comes in and goes out. And the river has its mouth. So this is a lagoon. So the lagoon and the basic, like Gaian dragon powers, they relate to the lagoon and to the dunes. And how these two come together in several places here in the middle where the community is. This is a theme that we had today. Tomorrow we are in the Cluny Hills. So this could be interesting that I can show and offer for experience. But you meant if there is a question to clarify. I was a bit in the first part not clear enough, I know.
Here's a question.
Marko, thank you. You talked about the cabbages. You said, forget about the cabbages.
About the
cabbages. We created these things, these cabbages, right? Findhorn. Is that what it was? The cabbages.
Yeah.
Right?
I didn't know this word.
No, well, you said the word. Yeah. You said the word. In the past, Findhorn was known for this.
Yeah.
And now Findhorn is being called to something else.
Yeah.
And you also talk about the love sphere.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I think you're trying to tell us something. You're trying to say, look at the burning of the center, the sanctuary, the collapse of the foundation, but the community is still here.
Yeah.
And you say there's something else that's going on.
Yeah.
What is the message? I mean, we are in as much chaos as the world is in chaos. And you said that Findhorn is the one that's called, one of the ones at least, called to show the way. So what is this way that you're trying to tell us? Does it have to do with love? Harmony, communication, of using the way that the Taoist might look at the energy of staying with the stream of the water as it flows. Tell us some more of that, please.
Yeah. If I can. Yeah. These three catastrophes can be also seen as a blessing, like a point of turning, that somebody would say, people, you are in a place that is relevant for how things go on Earth. We talk always, in a way, about this. I say this is the pineal gland, the third eye. If you look Europe from the Crete, Greece, it has like a backbone up to Iceland. It could be the crown. And then we are the position, I think this is broader, it is partly Ireland and this very interesting island, Shetlands, or how are they called, you know? But this is with Scotland. And Findhorn is the point that like renewed this function for this European space. And if here things are stuck, so the whole this big space is in a way cannot move properly with a guy, and then it comes to narrow. And like in life, catastrophes often come when a human needs to make a step forward in something, in some process. Then maybe illness or any shows that in certain direction it's not possible or not sensible to continue. So one starts to search where is the path. And I think this idea of no, this is my opinion. I told before about the problems that ecology is doing to Gaia. And I think it is time to go away from ecology and go back to the being connected again to nature and spiritual, or how you call it, realms, more subtle realms, and yeah, I don't know how this can be done, but I mean, I am not here at home to know, or part of the community, but maybe it would be good to look at this, what I'm saying, and or consider that something that was beneficial, starts to be going against the good. So it needs to change direction and come again in tune with where Gaia and all life development is pointing. I know this is not very practical, what I'm saying, but I see this from the landscape, from places, that they move already in that direction. I visited nearly all places now, quickly in 2 days that I know, and I thought, I know this place. It's not needed. No. It is different. There are things that, like Jupiter Hill, where the Nelson Tower stands. There is a love sphere is starting there. There is a dragon that I never saw before. Also in the forum over this hill, somebody carved there a dragon. It is called Ouroboros. It goes all around and create a sphere. It was not there. And so also places here. Like the horse is moving already. You need to jump on the horse. It's 100% moving with the last changes. And too long you didn't jump on this horse. In meanwhile,
It's not too late.
But how to do it and what it is, and you are strong and experienced, you will find out.
We have time for maybe 2 or 3 more questions.
There was some question, I think.
Hi, Marko. I just wanted a quick question. When you say watery, are you so that the realm that we're in is becoming more watery? Do you mean in a symbolic way, like it's becoming, so the dream world is becoming more available to us? Is that what you mean, or?
Yeah. The water is coming forward because in the time of change, we need to be movable. So I think that the whole body structure is changing. Also because of perception that we start to feel. It was very difficult to feel these invisible things. And I think now it starts to be relatively easy because the water is carrier, of information. Masaru Emoto. So if there is a shift from the material, let us say, percentage how much we are materialized towards the more watery. It means we are more easily moving with the changes, and we are more capable to pursue, to open our communication with these subtle worlds that are part of. And I think that there is another important move what the body concerns is from the animal base of the body to the plant base. I was in some dreams making aware that the plants, it is not just about be vegetarian or vegan. This is a little beginning, but it is a changing in the cellular structure so that we are more capable to be self-sustaining. So to say from the Gaia energies be fed directly, not to take from somebody else. These are big changes and very important for the future, because plants are beings of peace. Animals are not. They must always, like we do, take from somewhere something. And plants don't need. So these changes are, in a way, we intuitively, like more and more people being vegan or vegetarian, this is part of intuitively that we know we are moving from animal-based to plant-based. It will not be lost. Our relationship with the animal kingdom is part of these interrelationships between different evolutions. So, but the base is changing, and as I said, this gives completely new possibilities how we relate to each other and to animals, and the loving way how plants exist and give themselves and dance with the sun and earth energies, becomes to be built into our body.
Yeah, so this will be the last question.
This is Vladimir.
Yeah, it's a twofold question. And one is to the understanding of the work of the Sidhe, this Celtic fairy folk, as you call it. And you said they're working on the atomic level, but not in this misusing way like our human technology does. Am I understanding it right? Because I know that I know two concepts. One is from Rudolf Steiner. It was the concept of the Schradermaschine. A concept where a machine would work not with electricity like we have it today, but with energy out of the etheric or spiritual energetic field. Whether there is a connection, when I understand it right. And second, when you talk now about the changes in the human cell system towards this change that we move from the animal body to a more plant-based body, that we don't have to use materialized forms of energy for our sustaining, would that be a meeting point between the development of us as humans who bring the soul to Gaia and the Sidhe that work on this other material level on the atomic side? Would there be a meeting point in the developments?
Yeah, I think what Sidhe are working on is they are like masters of technology, Gaian technology. So how is possible to develop technologies that are in tune with Gaia and her worlds, which our technologies are not. We go more and more against. And this is the sense of these portals that open, so that we could learn or adopt from she this knowledge on new kind of technologies but this would suit to our new body development. This is, in a way, interrelated. We need to be more subtle to be able to use technology that is in effect like life itself. But this doesn't, our technology works outside of ourselves. We have there the machine, or that's, and the new technology works within, so to say, but not within, but with our presence. It is not possible to separate, in a sense, this is like object and we are subject. But it works if we are present. Otherwise, it doesn't work. And I think this is a knowledge that we need, but the body also adapts to be ready for this kind. Otherwise, the electricity would shake us. This new kind of electricity, which is in effect love flow.
Okay.
But you also invited tomorrow to come to Sunshine Room.
Yeah, that's right.
To the tomorrow talk. It is open also.
There will be a second talk, and you are well aware that all of us would probably be very squeezed in Sunshine Room tomorrow. So we just trust the natural self-selection. We will make as much, we will expand the space magically. I'm about to say more about Tuesday, just the practical information. So it will be outdoors. Tuesday, the community day.
Tuesday,
will be outdoors. So you would need to come prepared with weatherproofs and warm clothes, and we will meet at 10 o'clock in front of the Universal Hall where the Phoenix mosaic is. And you might want to say something else about it?
Till 3 o'clock, we thought maybe, and you bring some little lunch package with you. So we have a break in between. And we move in this, between the lagoon and the dunes, mainly in the middle.
Yeah, and again, it's on gift economy basis, so you just give from your heart and what you can. And we also ask for a little donation here tonight, if you can and are willing to give, to cover the costs for renting the hall, and all the excess will go into the New Sanctuary Fund. Okay, I think that's it.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.